New year, new me. I'm making a New Year's resolutions list. Improving my English is still on my list. What do? Say no more. This will be the last year you ever have English as a New Year resolution. In order to make this work, you need to be honest with yourself. Why do you want to improve your English? What is your end goal? I always see people give reasons like, English is necessary in today's world. Well, yeah, but do you really want it? Or like, is it just a task for you? Maybe you need an exam result like IELTS or TOEFL to add to your CV, for example. If you're not honest with yourself, then you'll end up focusing on the wrong things. For example, if you need an exam result, you need to focus on what that exam requires. Maybe you just want to be able to say, I know English. That's absolutely okay, and intermediate level would be enough for you. You don't need to bore yourself with like excessive grammar and like academic vocabulary or anything. If you don't identify your needs and goals honestly, then you will end up following a plan that will not work for you. Then you will end up losing motivation, which is why English is on your list every year, right? You might even feel like it's going to be there forever. Going back to following a plan, you need to embrace that every person is unique, so is their learning journey. For example, I learn things better when someone explains them to me and I practice it. Another person comprehends better by writing it, or another might learn better by reading it. Everyone is different, so make sure your plan is unique and tailored just for you. Your study plan should serve to your needs. For example, many English teaching YouTubers create these study plans that are very generic and include a little bit of everything. Same with language courses. There are a lot of people in a classroom. They include a little bit of writing, a little bit of grammar, a little bit of listening, but maybe your grammar and your listening is perfect, but you need speaking practices. What happens when you follow a study plan that isn't tailored for you? You end up focusing on the wrong things when you should be spending your time focusing on the things that you want to improve and you need to improve. Then at the end, you see little to no progress because that plan was not meant for you. It's very generic and you end up feeling frustrated and you lose motivation, you lose confidence because you did follow that plan thoroughly, but it didn't work. Automatically you lose confidence because that plan worked for person A. That plan worked for person B, but it didn't work for you. Because you know what? Everyone is different. It doesn't guarantee that it'll work for you. You need to make peace with that. And in order to create a tailored plan just for you, A, you can either get help from a professional, B, you can do it yourself. I didn't have the budget to hire a special tutor or a teacher to have this plan made for me, so I had to assess myself and improve English on my own. And in order to do that, you need to answer these questions. 1. Why do I want to improve my English? And remember, your honesty will determine your success. 2. What is my end goal? What do I want to achieve at the end of this? And 3. Which skills should I improve? How is my writing? How is my listening? And how is my speaking? Your answer to the first question will determine what direction you should take. For example, if you want to improve your work proficiency, then you should focus on your profession's terminology. If you need an exam result, you need to focus on what that exam requires. Is it a grammar-focused exam? Or maybe it's speaking-based? Or maybe you need English just enough to pass an interview. Then you need to focus on your speaking and confidence, because in an interview, you need to be able to introduce yourself confidently and carry on small conversations. You get the picture, right? Your answer will determine what direction you should go. Same logic, your answers to the second question will determine how invested you should be in this journey. By invest, I don't mean financially, I mean like as a mentality. like devotion. If your answer was something like, I just want to be able to express myself in daily conversations and chat, then again, you don't need to bore yourself with excessive grammar and like academic vocabulary, because you need to focus on daily English and practice. Or another example, if your end goal is finding a job abroad and moving to an English-speaking country, then you need to make English the center of your life before you move. You can change your phone language to English. You can make online friends who speak English. You can follow the news in English. You can follow your profession's updates, researches in English, so that you are familiar with both daily and professional sides of English, because that's what your life will be. And in order to tailor your plan perfectly, you need to assess your English skills individually. Most people think English level as a whole, but it's not. For example, my writing is so much better than my speaking. You don't realize it, but I pause a lot, I mispronounce words a lot, following a plan. Even though I practice these videos beforehand, and I cut these parts that I mispronounce things and pause, because I want to give you a good viewing experience. I mean, if the video was filled with it would be really distracting, right? So I cut these parts out. You don't see it. But in real life, when I'm writing, I can express myself so much better and so much easier. This is why I must focus on my speaking. And if I focus on my speaking and writing the same, then I will waste my time, because they are not the same level. I can't treat them the same. It might seem hard to judge these on your own, but as long as you're honest, you'll be fine. Because let's be honest, nobody knows you better than you do. If you are having trouble determining your own skill level, then you can record yourself or write a passage in English and show that to a friend or a teacher and ask for help. It's okay. Or if that's not an option for you, let me know in the comments and I can try to find resources to help you find your levels. Just remember these most important things and you will improve your English this year. 1. Be honest. Be honest with yourself. 2. Just because something worked for somebody else doesn't mean it will work for you. Everyone is different. Embrace it. And 3. Commit to this plan. Actually follow through. If you get stuck at a place, that's okay. That happens to every one of us. If you want to know what you should do when you're stuck at a place, you feel like you reached this level but you cannot move further, then my next video will be about that. So don't forget to subscribe, and next week come back. I also have a forum for people like us. If you need support, join us. Just let's talk. Thank you for watching this far and see you in my next video. Bye.